Real Madrid is the wealthiest football club in the world. According to the Deloitte Football Money League report released in January, the club generated a total of 831 million euros last season, surpassing Man City, the former title holder, for the first time since the 2017-2018 season. Real Madrid's reported record revenue of 831 million euros is an increase of 118 million over the last year. But how did Real Madrid achieve these enormous monetary feats? What is the key to their remarkable financial success? The report released in January 2024 was for the 2023 year. That came alongside a mildly successful campaign on the field, Copa del Rey, the European Super Cup, and the Club World Cup. However, the side missed out on the two major titles available, the UEFA Champions League and La Liga. Despite that, revenue increased across the board, fueled by growth in several areas. In particular, there was a 26% increase in commercial revenue for Real Madrid to 403 million euros. Only other European superpowers, Barcelona and Bayern Munich, had higher commercial revenue. Another important factor has been the change in matchday revenue. Here, Real Madrid ranked 5th with 122 million euros, behind Paris Saint-Germain, Barcelona, Manchester United, and Tottenham Hotspur. The increase here of 39% compared to the previous season reflects the club's progress on works that were ongoing at the Estadio Santiago Bernabéu. The arena opened to almost full capacity in 2023-24, opening up the lower sections of the south and west stands, which were closed in 2022-23. A huge reason for Real Madrid's increased revenue and future dominance as the club with the highest revenue will be the club being able to fully leverage and monetize the stadium, both in terms of match day income and commercial activities. Built on 14th of December 1947, and according to reports, Los Blancos anticipates a significant rise in revenue, projected to reach 400 million euros per season. The new project promises substantial economic returns, with captured through various means. With an impressive capacity of 81,044, the stadium was designed to not only host football matches, but also host large-scale events. The retractable pitch is housed in 6 underground levels and features an underground irrigation system and ultraviolet lighting to maintain the quality of the grass as other events are hosted in the stadium. The stadium also includes a 360-degree video scoreboard, heaters in the stadium for cold temperatures, and a lot more hospitality seats. The VIP packages are selling for huge amounts of money. The strategy being not how many more tickets can they sell, but how many higher price tickets can they sell. Thanks to the retractable turf and roof, Madrid expects to bring in more revenue by hosting other sporting events. It was confirmed on the Real Madrid website that the stadium is set to host a regular season NFL game in 2025. This will be the first time that an official American Football League match will be played in Spain. The agreement with the NFL includes the possibility of playing more games in the years following the first event. Apart from hosting NFL games, the stadium is also able to host NBA matches. The stadium will also provide an excellent experience to concert goers as they enjoy top international music acts. Taylor Swift performed in the stadium in May, where around 130,000 people attended the concert over 2 days. A skywalk with views across Madrid and a newly expanded museum that is expected to increase visitors and therefore lead to increased revenue. The tour of the Bernabeu is the third museum with more affluence in the Spanish capital, only to be surpassed by the Museo del Prado and the Reina Sofia Museum. The evolution of the tour is evident. It has gone from a simple exhibition of trophies to an immersive space. With audio-visual elements and multi-touch technology, a gallery with more than 250 pieces of incalculable historical value. The tour has added visits to the dressing rooms, the players' seats on the field, the VIP areas, the opportunity for photographs with the Champions League Cup, as well as a photo montage with your favorite player. Constructing or renovating stadiums is always a costly and time-intensive endeavor. The Nou Mestalla, the potential future home of La Liga club Valencia, is one of the longest ongoing yet ambitious stadium construction projects in world football. Construction began remarkably way back in 2007, but a series of delays since, mainly caused by financial concerns and issues, means the Nou Mestalla remains half-built. It is now claimed that Nou Mestalla will finally be completed by 2025. Despite the high financial costs involved, Real Madrid president Florentino Perez was determined to complete the project. He said, "The new Santiago Bernabéu Stadium will change the history of Real Madrid. We must remember that everything we do is the result of our efforts and sacrifices. And this project, one of the most important in Europe at this time and one of the most difficult to implement, is already an insignia of our unity and our strength." The board of directors, led by Florentino Perez, decided to take advantage of the stadium's prime location to launch an ambitious renovation project with a dual objective: transform the Santiago Bernabéu into into a global icon of sports architecture and to make it one of the club's main sources of direct revenue, allowing it to continue competing economically with clubs owned by large private capital in the future. The cost of renovating the Santiago Bernabéu now stands at 1.76 billion euros, Real Madrid's interim accounts for the 2023-24 season have shown. The stadium is expected to be paid off by 2053, representing an average annual cost of 66 million euros. The accounts provide the average fixed interest rates for the stadium work for the first time, which stands at 3.2%. The cost of the renovation before interest is 1.17 billion euros, but this comprises of 3 separate loans, each with a different interest rate, resulting in the 1.76 billion euros total. Madrid is currently only repaying the interest on the second and third loans, so as it stands, their annual repayment cost is less than 66 million euros. A new 370 million euro loan to cover further spending was taken by Madrid in October, motivated by the project overrunning and the rising cost of materials. This has a 30-year repayment period, but the interest rate is unspecified. As a result, the total cost of the stadium could continue to rise. This third loan has a fixed annual cost of 26 million euros. A second loan for 225 million euros was taken in 2021 to fund works on a new retractable pitch system that was not part of the original design. This has a fixed interest rate of 1.53% to be paid over 27 years with a 3-year grace period, so full repayment started in June 2024. This has a fixed annual cost of 10.5 million euros. A first loan of 575 million euros was taken in 2019 with a fixed interest rate of 2.5% payable over 30 years, again with a grace period of 3 years, so full repayment will start in November 2027. This has a fixed annual cost of 29.5 million euros. These first 2 loans were granted at interest rates considered favorable by industry experts. The interest rate for this new loan will likely be higher due to market conditions. During the assembly of compromisarios, club president Florentino Perez assured members the annual costs would be less than half of the annual profits that we plan to obtain after the completion of the works. In this modern football age, we have the oil clubs in place at the moment, Man City, PSG, etc. Florentino Perez had this idea of, okay, what can we do to be competitive against these clubs? And he thought about his legacy so far has been the team, the desire to bring the best players in the world to Real Madrid and to emulate Santiago Bernabéu. In that sense, the other, I think, is putting his stamp on the stadium. And again, that's about emulating Bernabéu. It's about updated